right, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Peter Robot. I'm gonna write a house track today. Something kind of on the deep progressive side, organic-ish, modulating, slower tempo. It's a vibe that I've been into lately. So let's get moving and get some kicks in Group A. Oh, that's a nice selection. That's nice and clean. I'm going to go with that one. Okay, nice and simple. Now I'm going to load in a synth. Want something kind of juicy and analog sounding, so I'm going to go with a Diva. It's a good plug-in for rich analog synths. Really like that initial sound, so I'm going to rock with that on this song for now. And then we're in F minor, by the way. I'm just going to take a little bit of that reverb out because I don't want quite so much at the moment. Do that in the box. I'm at least just going to bring the size of the reverb down. So it's still got some, but not as pronounced. Go with that. It's a F triad and second inversion. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, I just kind of fiddled with that in the box a little bit. Made the levels of each hit a little more consistent. Nice and subtle for now. Maybe let's do some tops. How about? Yeah, nice and simple. Let's go with that. Okay, then I'm going to chop that up so I can just make it what I want it to be. I like to take tops so you've got like a good sound, like a good chunky sound, and then chop the bits out of them and make your own so you're not doing too obvious of like splice tops or splice samples, you know, like an originality thing. So we'll go to slice and detect, bring the sensitivity enough that it gets everything, which it seems to have done. Apply it. Okay, let's write a little bit of. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, so I'll kind of add and subtract some bits from that top later for the progression of the track, but that's a good basic starting point. Maybe okay, let's do some bass. Let's get some bass in here. I just want like a sub bass. I'm gonna go into massive, narrow it down to basses. There we go. That's a sub bass. Nice and fat. Okay, let's get that in. Okay, so I wanna change the pitch on that first note. So instead of going ba bum 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 ba da da, it goes boo bum 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 ba da dum boo. But the issue is, massive can be a bit of a pain in the ass, or just I don't know, not quite as straightforward as other synths. So I figured out how to set up a pitch change in massive or a pitch slide. I took the first. Okay, actually, I'll just switch over to my screen view here so I can show you what I did. So I took the first parameter control called butter, and I attached it to each of the pitch parameters on each of the oscillators just by dragging it, like grab this guy right here and drag over to here. Boop. And then I set them each to -7. Did the same one for each pitch parameter on each oscillator. And then in the pattern, I just drew in a rise in the butter parameter for each note, so you can hear here. So here we have this. Okay, we'll go with that for now. So yeah, that's working. I think I want to get a little bit more stuff in the top section. Okay, so I'm going to grab another top loop to chop up. I'm just going to go with that because it's nice and simple. There's a fair amount of character in the first loop, so this one just wants to fill in some spots instead of add in too much more character. So let's chop her up. Go in here, set the slice to detect, set the sensitivity all the way up, apply, okay. Okay, so this guy split up. Okay. A little more of a groove going. What do I do now? Let's maybe make a little rides in the synth. All right, so I want to lift up the frequency or open up the frequency cutoff gradually for one pattern for this synth. And the issue is, as you can see here, I don't have any of the frequency cutoff parameters mapped to the machine itself. So this, I had to dig around a little bit, but it's kind of, I found out how to do that. So I'm going to show you. We're just going to switch over to the screen view here. Okay, so if you look here, we've got all of the what all is mapped for the Diva. And I'm going to open up the Diva itself and show you. Sorry about that lag. So the cutoff obviously is what I want mapped to open up the cutoff filter. So I'm going to go into this button right here that just opens up a deeper menu that allows you to edit your parameter associations or your CCs. And then I'm going to go, I added a new page. So you do that by just hitting the plus right here. And then I'm going to press the, and then I'm also, to note, I'm on pages, not automation. Then I'm going to hit learn. And then I'm going to go into, so the learn button is activated. I'm going to go into the device itself, and I'm just going to click on the cutoff knob, and boom, I have frequency now. So I don't know why I'm lagging so bad today. My computer's being a little brat. Yeah, so then I'm going to do that also. Select this next area, go back into, make sure learn is activated, go back into the device and select, this is the, what effectively is the resonance. It's called emphasis in this specific preset. But so now I have resonance and frequency that I can boom. So that's really nice to know if you're using a third-party device with your machine and the stuff you want to modulate is not accessible. You can just go into this little, I don't know, fucking eject button, whatever. It's just a deeper menu and you can edit your pages, hit learn. You can hit reset if you want to get rid of these. Yeah. And then there you have it. Now you have the things you want to automate accessible. So I'm going to go back to the machine now. Okay, so I'm going to record that in just so we have it. Let's go ahead and duplicate this pattern. Maybe I need to automate it like this. Dope, okay. So that's a good fill. So I think I want to get some chords in here next. I'm just going to go into a chords and hits folder, load some stuff in. And then I've just set all these to F minor. And then let's go ahead and put a Tantra on all of these collectively. Okay, so I'm just going to try out a couple different Tantra presets. That's pretty cool. Debbie. All right, yeah, let's rock with that one. Okay, so I want to add some more percussion in to pick up the energy as we add in the new element of the chords that we just made. And that's one of the nice things about taking pre-made top loops and chopping them up and having the different pieces ready for adjustment when you want to change the energy in the track, because then you can come back to them and you've got some other sounds in them you haven't used that already fit your sound you can add in. So I'm going to take that second top that I put in and add in an open hi-hat that's in there. So let's record that in. And then together with the first one. And with everything. Yeah, okay, got a bit of a groove coming together. Next, I think I want to open up the synth on that Diva synth a little bit. Let's come back in here. Oops, come back in here to the synth. Okay, so I'm going to copy this Diva into another pad, and that way I can mess with some of the parameters without affecting the original one. Something that I tend to do with maschine, so you don't lose the exact essence that you had in the first setting that you have for a preset. So let's go into the preset and brighten it up a little bit. Okay, so I've just got it swapped over into the screen view. So I'm gonna bring the cutoff all the way up about, or 3/4 of the way up. I'm gonna bring the sustain down. And then bring the decay and this to sustain down in the second envelope. I'm going to bring the decay down a little bit too. There we go. Maybe bring the cutoff up a tiny bit more. See how that sounds. Okay, I think I want to add in some a couple notes too. Okay, so now we have this nice, harder, pumpy synth. We can do like a little transition between the softer or the initial version of the synth and then the harder one, picks up the energy, maybe add in those open hi-hats. Yeah. All right, I think let's go ahead and add some more percussion in. We're going to want to keep filling out the percussion section a little bit as the energy picks up. So rides next is probably a good route to go. So this guy's a little bit hard, but I'm going to tune it down a little bit, and I'm going to put in a EQ and take some of the high mids out. Just kind of take some of that whack out of the center, and then I'll probably play it at a bit of a lower level. Yeah, that's really hot. Bring all these down a little bit, and then I'm gonna bring everything on the one down, do a little alternating velocity in here. Still a little hot. That's better for now. We'll adjust it as we need. Also, I want to get a clap in here. A rim shotty thing. Jigadoo. It's kind of nice. Brought the ride down a little bit more. How about some vocals? Yeah, that could be good. Just some kind of simple choppy stuff. I like that route. Yeah. Let's go ahead and slice that. Get the tect up there. Turn the sensitivity up until it gets everything, and put that in the bank. Okay, let's get some vocals on that. This guy right here. drop in a Valhalla Freak Echo. It's a good free echo plugin if you haven't heard me chat about it before. And move over to the laptop screen so I can show you what I'm doing with it. So I got the Freak Echo set to 1/8 delay sync, mix about 50%, feedback up nice and high, a little bit of low cut. So that'll be really good for like a breakdown. And then I want to do another echo on top of it, or a separate echo for when we jump back in. This is going to be a lot quicker. So this time I set the Valhalla to FreeSync, which is 0 on here. I'm just going to show you on here. Going back into the screen is just making my computer CPU go through the roof. But anyway, so it's a FreeSync with a 67 millisecond delay. So it's a much quicker delay. Let's get another, actually, let's focus on that breakdown for a bit. So, it's going to load in a bunch of kind of random wonky synth samples. Find something good to put in the breakdown, and maybe also something good to add in as like a synth part B in the main part. Yeah. So that might actually be kind of nice for like a part B synth. It's kind of cool. Mess around with some other stuff. Maybe that could be good for the breakdown. I'm going to try and do thirds here. That was almost thirds. Yeah, all right. I feel like that's pretty good. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's some different synth parts. The vocals feel good. The breakdown feels pretty good. So I'm going to dip out. I'm going to work out a whole arrangement. I'm going to come back and play it. And if you stuck around, thanks for watching. I hope you dug what you saw and learned some stuff. And I'll be back with more soon.
you.